side by side, 2x2 formation. We are about to go racing for the 93rd edition of the 24 Heures du Mans. And the Dream flag drops and we are underway. Already Jota having to control the front of the field. Their top speed not as strong as the cars behind, and they run 2x2 going into the first chicane. There have the Porsches and BMWs snapping at their heels, but they will also know what the strategy from Jota and Cadillac is. Everyone looks to have got through the first two corners in hypercar. They will have the LMP2 field and then GT3 field coming through just now, but it's clean start from our hypercars.
Has got around the outside of Bamba. The two Jotas tried to control the road on their way down to turn one, and the first of the Porsches has managed to snatch second position as we watch the LMP2 cars file through. There you can see them filing through the Cadillac, then the Penske Porsche, then the second Cadillac, then the second Porsche, the leading four at the moment.
Look how strong Julien Andlauer is in that number 5 Porsche. It's his first start in a hypercar situation, and he's going to lead at Le Mans into the first chicane. This is what the Cadillacs and Jota were explaining to us. This is what they expected to happen, because whilst their performance is strong across the lap, they are struggling along the straights.
It was a dominant qualifying for Cadillac, but after only 6 or 7 corners, it's Porsche that lead Le Mans side by side. Then down to chicane 2, the 51 Ferrari on the defensive.
Great defensive drive from Jamile. It wasn't aggressive, just placed the car in the middle of the road coming through there, so just kind of blocked the potential inside lunge into an edge. But look at that, jinking over to the inside. Giovinazzi, Fuoco, I think he's got the pace, just go all the way around the outside.
Well, we're going to go side by side towards Indianapolis, and Fuoco will be hoping that he's out-dragged the Porsche by the time he gets there, and just before they reach one of the kinks down this next long straight, he is just able to chop the nose of the Porsche in front of him, so by the time they get to Indianapolis, it is the Ferrari in front. Number 50, Antonio Fuoco, takes the lead of the race.
Same information for a slow zone as well. It says next zone slow, and then slow zone. And no slow.
9 slow zones round the
that's
circuit.
more than I remember it being before. Is it? Or was it 9 last year?
It's always been 9 slow zones. They pick them up. They design them so they're on the exit of slow corners mostly, and that was at the request of the drivers the year after they came in.
Leader of the race, Miguel Molina, now in the 50, comes into the pit. So that's 1 lap after teammate 51, and we still wait for Yeffier to come in. When do we expect the AF course Ferrari? It's got to be next lap, Joe, in your predictions.
So they're last to pit in every cycle of the Ferraris, the 83. They are the longest. It's them, it's the 6 Porsche, and although they're falling away in terms of pace, the
Stay focused on traffic to come. Stay focused. As soon as we are close, we can go back.
With Richard Lietz now at the wheel of the Manthey machine, so expect that gap to close in, with Richard Lietz being the top class driver in that car. Oh, that was the leader off the road with a problem, and so suddenly Ferrari don't have to debate the issue, because Philip Hansen's made it suddenly much more easy for them.
And he'd pulled a 4.8 second gap there. I mean, it was almost an irrelevant conversation anymore about having the pass. The onboard camera here not quite picking him up, but it looked like a simple run-wide situation on the gravel and back on again as he's regained speed. But yeah, lost the place there. Let's see how wide he ends up going.
So that little lock up there, there was just a small puff of smoke and into the gravel. Let's listen in.
Yeah, we have to issue about that. Have a look. The front is completely locked. This up lock. Have a look.
That's the 24 Nielsen racing car with Databricks backing on it.
I'm impressed you can spot that.
That car
that's got damage, hasn't it? Big damage.
Ken Bullock-Basie aboard that car. And
there's damage at the front by the look of it. It's hit the barriers.
That's hit the barriers hard. That is the blue light. That is the light. It's the safety car. Now we've got a bit of drama.
Right, first one of the race, isn't it?
It's, I believe that's right.
Yeah,
it's
3 full course yellows and our first safety car.
And all of a sudden, the team is scrambled, because now we get the strategy coming into play.
An on-track change, as you mentioned there, Alex. So this is closing in for the lead with Phil Hansen closing in on Matt Campbell. So the 83 AF Corsa closing down the number 6 Porsche Penske Motorsport car. Seems crazy that the number 6 has turned into the lead Porsche for the majority of this race, bearing in mind the 51 works car, the 83 customer machine. It's still Kubica in the wheel tracks. Look, they're coming up on traffic as well, both LMGT3 and LMP2, and even Hypercar as well if they do get up to the back of Nick Tandy.
And this is where the leader, Giovinazzi's got to work harder. He's waking up these cars that are getting lapped. They may be checking their mirrors, of course, but you've got to...
We let them do twice. We respect the others. They didn't respect it twice.
Nina's got a story that she wants to speak up.
No, I was just going to say, you know, if you win it 9 times, surely the trophy, the first one, could it have been yours? No, okay.
No, but that's a good one. I am an old man, Lina, and you are a young,
old lady as well.
And an oi,
Ferrari facing the wrong direction.
Which one?
Which Ferrari is this?
51, Pierre Guidi, in the gravel, and he can get out. He can get out. That's lucky. Then that helps with.
This is the leader just out of the pits. He's at the end of the lap, but he's signalled to be out of the pits.
No,
so
it's
first,
into the pits.
He's coming into the pits. So,
For a scheduled stop.
Well, it just gets a little bit wobbly on the curb. Oi, that's not concentrating. That's not very good.
That Ferrari will take the prancing horse once more to the line of the 24 hours. And what a drive it's been, Ben, from the 83.
Over 3.5 hours, Robert Kubica has been in this car since he began this stint, in and out of the pits every 40 minutes to get the car serviced. And unlike the red cars, he seems to have had a trouble-free run. Concerns on the 50, concerns for the 51 about the reliability of their car, and that has eventually conceded Porsche with a runner-up spot. But Robert Kubica, Yiffy Ye, and Phil Hansen are going to be victorious at Le Mans. It's a pole for the first time on the top step of the podium, and a Chinese driver on the top step of the podium for the first time. Congratulations, AF Corsa and Ferrari. 3 times in a row, victors of the Le Mans 24 hours. And by what? 14 seconds over the number 6 Porsche. Estra is going to be so gutted at the end of it. Great news for Porsche, full points in the championship, a great recovery drive, but only 14 seconds off victory. There is the 51 and the 50 coming over the line. Relief, no doubt, in the garage of AF Corsa for those two. Such a shame to miss out on a 1, 2, 3. And celebrations down there in GT3 as well, as the Manthey team celebrate the 112th class victory and a second GT3 victory. Richard Leeds, on his 17th Le Mans start, takes another class victory here. Waiting for LMP2 to come across the line as well. That is going to be a massive relief for inter-Europol competition. Looked for about 5 minutes that they had thrown it all away with a penalty, but a slowing VDS Panis racing car allowed Nick Yelly to catch them back out, and on his debut at Le Mans, alongside Tom Dillman and Jacek Szymowski, they have taken victory into Europol for the second time in 3 years. Last year it was second, and they're back on the top step once again.
Le Mans took it away.
Here are the provisional results before scrutineering, of course. 14 seconds separating the 83 from the 6 Porsche Penske, with the 51 and the 50 running line astern for the last 20 minutes to finish 3rd and 4th. Best Cadillac 5th, best Toyota 6th, best Alpine down in 10th position, Peugeot 12th, Aston Martin 13th spot, although both Aston Martins getting to the finish. Both Peugeot also getting to the finish. 18 hypercars in the end, finishing the race. The best LMP2, Nick Yelly into Europol, VDS Panis, and then AO by TF winning the Pro-Am category of LMP2. In GT3, Manthey First Form, Vista AF Corsa, and TF Sport. 3 different manufacturers on the GT3.